Okay, where do I begin? Well, first I need to get the positives out of the way. Now this is part 2 and not season 2 of Knights of the Zodiac. It had some nice 3D action. The angles and movement were often quite good. The times where they displayed 2D art looked absolutely beautiful. Though every now and then they would show like old Greek statues, and it kinda had me wondering, do they know those statues were originally in color? But that's a very minor thing to complain about. And the voice acting was very solid, except for Shaka. And the gold cloths looked very pretty. Okay, now for the terrible. But first, we'll go into minor stuff that annoyed me. Seeing those fireballs so often got repetitive. It was like watching a boxing match where every round started with a lazy jab. There is still no cloth damage. I thought there was going to be some, but no, they said F making another model. Let's just rub some dirt and scratches on it and call it a day. And the story. The story is fucking stupid. The classic anime had its flaws, but it also had a simple story that worked. This story is trying to work in some fate, destiny, prophecy thing that makes no sense and only serves to overcomplicate things. Character changes ranges from, well, that's not too bad, at least they're trying, but mostly they overall make it worse, like Moo's motivation just make him look like a scrub, and Cheyenne's involvement is weak and pointless. But the core of where this series fails is in its pacing and lack of impact. The pacing is terrible. Everything just moves without giving time to breathe. Like all it cares about is hitting story beats and moving on. And this leads to a lack of impact in everything. The fights suffer. There's no feeling of power or pain when things get hit. Character introductions are lazily done and deaths just feel empty. Even the Gold Saints attacks are just boring laser fire. Only cool looking move was Galaxy in Explosion in the scene that they ripped off from Legend of Sanctuary. So everything felt fast paced and uncaring until the last 2 episodes. The last 2 episodes took its time and was well placed and gave background and development to the main characters. Too bad it was on filler that I could care less about. And it really highlights an identity crisis that this show has. Do you want to be a remake or a reboot reimagining? If the last 2 episodes were not there, it could have had more time to sit down with the classic material and do it justice. And on the other side of that, they could have just committed to being an Americanized fanfiction version of Saint Seiya that might as well could have just gotten rid of the other characters, because while fans often complain about C-tier characters not getting enough time to shine in the original, this show literally becomes the Seiya and Sayori show. Alright, now what I give this thing? I was giving it a pass for being a kids show, but honestly, your kids can do better, and this is slowly starting to fail at even being an introduction to the show. But in the end, with the classic series getting dubbed, this still doesn't hurt anything. And if you have young, low attention span kids, this show is just fine. But for anyone else, this series gets a 5 out of 10. And even that's going easy on it. Will not be going easy in the Sanctuary arc. So anyway, please like and sub, tell me what you think, and attention, calling all cancellation people that are willing to volunteer. Saint Seiya Episode G Assassin needs help, and it's a massively better series than this. Everyone should read it, in fact. So please say something in the comments or contact me on Twitter so I give you information to help. Anyway, bye everyone.